Okay, that's so much better. All right, round two. Hello everybody, this is Sam here, and I wanted to talk about why I quit beekeeping. I was pretty big into beekeeping for quite some time. It's just happened to be kind of a long story on how I got involved in it, but I did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. It was always something really neat and cool about it, but the experience of beekeeping. And I worked for several commercial beekeepers. I've opened way over 1,000 beehives in my time. I spent about 7 years in the as a beekeeper. Finally I quit. So I just want to tell a little bit why I quit. Long story short, it just got expensive. I moved from Argentina to the US, and here we moved up to Iowa, and the winters were just harsh here, and it was just a struggle to get my hives to go through the winter. And not only that, but I was very discouraged at the fact that I was never really into making honey, which wasn't really my thing. I really enjoyed splitting beehives. I loved doing it. Something about it was just, taking one hive and making 5 out of it, and, taking 5 and making, and just growing that. I took about 3 or 4 hives and I'd make 40 out of them. No joke. And I just loved it. It was just a lot of fun. But my ultimate goal was to sell these beehives. That was kind of how I wanted to make money out of it. That's really what I wanted. I wanted to do nothing but beekeeping. That'd be my job, make money at it. And it just wasn't working. I was working a full-time job, and every time I got a paycheck, it was to buy wood, to build more boxes. It was to buy wax. It was to buy sugar. And it was just never-ending process, and I just couldn't get ahead of that ball. It's just never get ahead of it. I just kept putting more money in, more money, more money. And I had, here in the US, my max was right around 50 beehives, I believe. And I just wasn't selling them. I promoted them here and there. Probably didn't work quite as hard as I should have at selling, but here in Iowa, people only want to buy beehives in early spring, like March and April. Nobody wants to buy bees after that. And that was a problem for me, because the season starts like at March or April. I couldn't build up fast enough. And if they couldn't have it by then, they just wouldn't go with it. And the other thing is, all the books people read, the market I'm targeting is hobby beekeepers, right? They're all taught on the concept that they should get a package. And I was selling my nukes for like $150 a nuke, and a package goes for like $130. So price difference, you're way better off buying a nuke, hands down, way better off buying a nuke. But people wouldn't see it that way, because any book you buy teaches you how to work with a package and kind of indirectly promotes a package, or anybody they would talk to would be like, just order packages or whatever. So that's what people would do. That's what they're familiar with, and they were very skeptical about, buying a nuke. And I don't really know why. They just were more hesitant. They would order 2 packages. I'd have people order 2 packages and then come and order 1 nuke from me, as an example, instead of like ordering all 3 from me. They were very skeptical. But yeah, I did it for 2 years here, and it was a money drainer. I just kept putting money into it. And during the winter, I lost almost both winters, and it's just very difficult. And I know there's a lot of ways to get through that and around that and everything, but it wasn't fulfilling my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal was never to be a beekeeper, although I did enjoy it. It was fun. And it kept me busy and whatever, but my ultimate goal was to make money and start a business. I've always had that dream in life to be a business owner. I don't know why. I just always had it as far back as I can remember. was always trying to figure out ways to make money, how things I could sell, what I could do, always trying to. And it's still till today, it just stuck with me. Not sure what it is, it's just the way I am. So, but yeah, it just didn't work out. My brother wanted to start the lawn care business, and I was like, hey, you know, I'll help you out here and there, and it just took off. I mean, overnight it took off. So that's why I quit. I quit 100%. I got up, put a post on Facebook, and I said I have all this stuff, a whole list of stuff for sale, and I sold all of it one day. Oops, that's here. But so yeah, I didn't keep anything on top of that. I told myself, look, if I'm gonna stop, you know, you gotta burn the boats, as they say. Just saying that, you know, all these boats go to this island and they're gonna live there, and they burn the boats, because if you burn the boats, then there is no going back. That's kind of off the subject, but that's a neat philosophy, and I try to use that in my life. You know, like, I'm not going back to, because I knew if I kept beekeeping stuff, I'd get back into it. And another thing about beekeeping is it's very time consuming. It just consumed. You'd be amazed how much time it consumes. And it just wasn't working out. So, but yeah, it was fun. I did it for 7 years. Worked for some commercial beekeepers, and that was quite a bit of fun. Yeah, I almost went to, South Carolina, to work for the beekeeper there, and I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't, and good thing I didn't, because I am where I am now, so probably a lot better off than I would have been. But yeah, that's, you know, beekeeping, if you're thinking of starting beekeeping as a hobbyist, it's an expensive hobby, especially here, like in where I live in Iowa, because almost every winter you lose your bees, and there is so many theories, ways, and I myself could spend a whole hour giving lectures on overwintering bees and all that, and I feel like I have some very good information on that, but it's a lot of work, and most people just don't put in the time and the work, myself included when I had bees. And wintertime is tricky. But yeah, it's very expensive hobby, especially up here, because you really can't count on much honey, and you really can't count on your bees making it through the winter. It's just very difficult. So yeah, I guess I'm discouraging anybody from starting it. But yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about that, and I just, like, for some reason I was like, I want to make a video about it. But why I quit. I enjoyed it for quite a while, and maybe someday I will dive back into it. I don't know. I never did enjoy 2 beehives, 1 beehive. It was never enough. Bees were kind of like an addiction. At least it was for me. It's like, I open one hive, and you just want to keep opening hives. You just want to peek in there. You want to see what's going on. So it's like you want more hives. And for me, it was just I could never have enough. Like, I had 50 beehives, and it wasn't enough. I wanted 200. And I guarantee if I had 200, it probably still wouldn't have been enough. But yeah, it's been, right now, this month or last month, it's been a year since I quit. Not a year since I sold everything, but a year since I quit beekeeping, and about half a year since I sold everything. This spring, I got together, got someone to come out and sold everything. Kind of a rant. I don't feel like I've said anything of much value, but I don't know. Just a little history on me and why I quit beekeeping.